Hey, good people, it's your girl, Erica Campbell, and I have the pleasure of sitting with a legend today, multi-award winning rapper, producer, entrepreneur, all things, the one and only Snoop D-O-double-G.
What's up,
Come
sis?
on. How are you this morning?
I'm doing amazing.
Good. Glad to be here with you. So you are a long way from your first album in 1993, and today is your mom's birthday, and this album, Altar Call, comes out today, and
Yes.
you are not only honoring her with music, but a big celebration. What does this day mean for you, and how emotional is it for you?
I mean, my mother's birthday was always special to me, but when she transitioned, it felt like her spirit became my spirit, to where I have to continue to live as she was still here and do things in the spirit of her. And she was always about family, she was always about love, and she was always about the word. So how could I keep her spirit around with the people that's still here for my family? Music, celebration, rejoice, fellowship, all of the above. And I've never distanced away from it. I've always had it in everything I've done.
Yes.
But this is a chance for me to show that Mama really working on me from up top.
Come on.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, when we lose people, sometimes we feel like we separate, but I feel like I got closer to my mother because our spirits connected more. And in the physical world, we don't make time.
Right.
We don't find time.
Right.
But when they transition, we think about them all the time.
Right. I always say, like, we're so busy working for the people that we love, but we don't get enough time with the people that we love. And so to do an event like this at this beautiful compound, congratulations. Had the pleasure of being here on the first gospel record.
Hello, praise God.
So this is the second Altar Call. How did you pick the songs and the artists? I didn't get a phone call this time, y'all. But it's all
You
good.
know what? Let me tell you how this happened. Let me tell you how this happened, sis. This happened like in 2-3 weeks.
Wow.
It was just, I was in there making rap music, and all of the artists that I got on my team, Charlie Burrell, he kind of like sparked it because his music feels like it's from the church world. And I was like, you know what? Why don't y'all go over there and make a couple of gospel records? And then before you know it, it turned into a gospel album, to I want to do a movie, to, you know, he's got a lot of family members and people in his congregation that naturally, you know, attract to this style of music, but they don't have the opportunity.
Right.
Because usually when we're in this world, we think about R&B and we think about other ways to create a sound, but I wanted to go back to where we started at. What was before we got on, what was we doing? Where I know all y'all from church. You know what I mean?
I know you're from Long Beach. You grew up Kojic, and Evangelist Beverly Tate had you up in the church.
Yes.
So what is your greatest memory of being in the church as a kid?
My greatest memory in the church is the things I learned that come back to help me in life as an adult. The things that, you know, were preached, that were taught, that if you paid attention, you knew that they were going to happen.
Yeah.
And it prepared you for how to deal with it and how to keep your faith. And they always used to say, walk by faith. And you never understood what it meant until you had to walk by faith and not by sight. So I think that was really important, the teachings and the lessons that the old school churches taught us. They made sure Bible study, you have to learn scriptures, you have to know certain things, and you have to live by it. And they can catch you on the streets and be like, what's John 3? You better know it. Ain't no And that's the kind of community that I come from, where they instilled church in us. And it was a brotherhood too, because we met so many people that became our family, because church makes you family. There's no other way around it. Mama and them coming to your house afterwards, and we gonna hang out. Some of us go to school together. Your mother and my mother are always gonna make sure we're doing right. I can't do no wrong around your mother or my mother.
Yeah, that's what it was like. I love that. You've come through a lot of controversy, lost a lot of people, and still you land on the cover of Time magazine, being most influential. From what I hear, you like right above Dolly Parton. So how does that feel to have that kind of influence?
In any book, when it comes to the ratings, I'm always gonna be the highest.
I love it.
So just know that part.
I love that confidence. But you handle controversy well, whether you respond to it or not. What would you say to the naysayers that question your walk and question your life?
That's their job. Their job is to question it, and it's my job to keep doing and to keep, you know, fulfilling my goal on this earth and to master my spirit on who I'm supposed to be, and to project love and to lead with love and to put the energy out there that I was raised with. And I think that overwhelms everything, that trumps it all. You know, you can meet hate with hate, you can meet anger with anger, but if you meet all of those with love, love will conquer all.
I love that, and it's really, really true. And I feel like not only your love for music and your community, but what you do for the kids with football. You do so many things. How do you balance, and how does Snoop Dogg rest?
You know what? I'm like a bear. When I hibernate, I go out. But for the most part, I be so up and at it trying to make sure I'm here to take care of everybody. I don't know why. My spirit has always been that to get out there and do it for everybody, to provide opportunities, to be a giver, someone who cares, someone who wants to see other people have it. And if you can't have it, I try to work to help you get it, or either I try to go work extra hard so I can give it to you. I don't know why. My mother's spirit, I keep saying it's in me. She was always like this. She would let certain family members live with us and, you know, take a room. We only had one room, but now my uncle living in our room with me and my brother. Now my cousin, like, you know how family is.
Yeah, same.
So it's like that spirit is what translated into who I am. It's like, I love to give. Today is about giving. That event out there is about the people that knew my mother, the people that was blessed with the presence of knowing what her love was about, and keeping the fire going for her.
Yeah. So today is a big celebration. Is the Death Row Choir singing today?
Oh yes, the Death Row Mass Choir is on point. Hello.
Death Row Mass Choir.
And let me tell you about that. When I first did this project, a lot of people called me. Was like, "You sure you want to put Death Row next to gospel music?" I said, "Well, hold on. Last I checked, you want the ones who want to get their life right, and nobody's perfect.
Listen.
And one thing about Death Row, we all come from the church. So even if we stumbled, had to, you know, find our way back home, we found our way back home. That's all that matters.
I think the greatest message is the gospel. It is for the lost.
Yes.
Light works best in dark. If I'm shining my light in everybody believers, y'all already know I'm supposed to take it to the dark places.
Say that.
So I thank you for what you've done and what you're doing, and I pray that God continues to bless you. If you could speak to this younger generation, who's very different from your hip hop era. They're just different. What would you say to them? How would you encourage them?
To be leaders, you know. Somebody got to take the wheel and become a leader and not be followers. And it's easy to follow, but it's hard to lead. Once you master who you are and what your purpose is on this earth, then you can figure out how to lead. Because when you do become that superstar or whatever you are, people follow you. So you got to know how to lead, and you got to lead them to the light, and you got to understand what your purpose is. So to the young generation, I was once lost. I used to lead people to the dark until I understood what I was here for. Now I lead people to the light. I was blessed enough to still be here to do that. So while you're here on this earth, take advantage of the time that you have and do the best things.
I love it. What does altar call mean to you?
Altar call to me means coming and surrendering. Like, you know, in church, when you hear that music and they hear you come down, somebody in here needs to give their life, and it'd be somebody, "I see you back there, brother, come on up front." He walk up there slow, then by the time he get up there, he done got the Holy Ghost, you done changed his life. That's what this is about, where it's like, don't feel shame. Don't feel like you've done so much to where you can't be forgiven. We have a forgiving God. So you just need to know that the altar call is always open for you. Come on down.
Do y'all hear this? Come on, look at God. You never throw people away. No matter what you think of people, you don't know God's plan for this man's life. And this man is changing lives. And I just want to say, I'm so proud of you. I'm honored to be here. You know the Campbells, we love you. I remember we did an event at the Stellars, and my mama and Warren's mama was laying hands on you.
They put that oil on me.
Come on.
You hear me? Anointed.
I love it. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, Snoop Dogg. The album is called Altar Call. Make sure you get it. Download it today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
How did you feel when I did the first album and you got the call that you was gonna be on it?
You know what? I was shocked first, but I knew that you always used to talk about your mom and growing up in church, so it didn't surprise me. And even when you did Ups and Downs with Warren, Ups and Downs sound gospel-y to me.
What I say, I'm out with the bull. I'm at the pulpit spitting game from the church doing work.
Yeah.
And God is my witness. LBC 213. Hell yeah, we in this. Yeah, I keep him in everything.
Yeah. So I was like, I wasn't tripping off it. I knew people would, but you know, I grew up with controversy, Mary controversy, so it didn't bother me. You're gonna have to step outside of the box if you're gonna reach people.
Right.
And so you've done that well. And so I hope Altar Call, this is your second gospel album.
It's been received differently.
Yeah.
Like, Bible of Love was like skepticism, criticism. How is he doing the gospel? Why is he? But then they saying all them names on there that was in the church. You had ranch salad, you had
Marvin
y'all,
Sappy.
it was names. It was John P. Key. It's like, now go against them. They in the church 7 days a week. Holla at them. That's my army. I got the soldiers with me, the saints. No, but I think this project is more received from love because they didn't understand the first one. This one, they know who my mother was. My mother touched a lot of people while she was here.
Yeah.
She touched a lot of people. She did a lot of work, evangelist work, traveling around the world.
Yeah.
So through her spirit, it's like people are proud that they know that her message got through to me.
Yeah.
You can preach to all kind of people, but if it don't reach your home,
listen,
you gotta get to home first.
You can't be a public success and a private failure.
Hello?
I always say I don't want to encourage the world and my own kids be like,
I don't listen to all that. What is my mama talking? No, we getting in line around here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There it is there, people. It's Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell.
Get up!
Snoop Dogg,
Hey.
right here. Let's get it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Altar call, get it.